So we're going to start with Undead Unluck, episode 7. The episode is called Dream. The team of Andy, Shen, and Fuko are now fighting Spoil directly and are getting zombies involved in a pretty surprising way. We also learn of what happened to the town of Longing and how to fight against the timers that basically turn humans into zombies. So the episode starts off with Fuko getting an explanation of what happened to the town when Spoil showed up. One of the kids who was hiding in that tunnel is basically telling her what went down. And Spoil just appeared in the sky and spread his Spoil ability, his UMA ability. And the teacher of the kid, the bride Andy's with. So that was really cool. Like the minute I saw the teacher, I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, that was nuts. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all.
And she basically hid the kids in this underground passage, said, hey, there's food down here. It's basically like a bunker. Stay the fuck in here. And what did you guys think about Spoil's original form compared to what he is now?
I didn't really this is kind of new to us, you know what I mean? So, but as the episode goes, I guess it kind of made sense. But at first, I didn't really understand why he appeared like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But as the episode goes on, it seems like he changes his form based on what he absorbs, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, I was kind of confused when I first saw it. I was like, how did this little basketball-sized thing become a Titan? And the answer, you guys will find the answer out in the bullshit hour on Thursday. There's science behind this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your specialist in Titan transformations, guys. So be sure to pay attention. But yeah, I thought he was just on some Freezer shit with all his forms. I definitely thought at least the first transformation from the basketball, he was just he had to spread his power in order to get stronger, you know?
Yeah, I figured that by turning people into zombies, he gained more power, and we come to find out what happens a little later in the episode.
Yes, it was a 2-part plan, and he executed very well.
So after that, one of the kids is it's a little girl, and she's basically freaking out about this whole scenario, and we see her number just plummet, the timer she has. And Ken, who is the kid in the baseball uniform, cheers her up, reminds her what her dream is. And her dream is to open a flower shop where she sells sunflowers. Fitting for the school they went to, the Sunflower Academy or whatever it was.
Makes sense to me. Yeah.
We see her timer go from milliseconds away from hitting 0 to just 20 grand, in an instant. So we figure out how to fight against Spoil. And it's the power of dreams, baby. This is getting so corny. This is not what I wanted from Undead Unluck, but this is what we're getting.
I thought it was kind of cool because, there would have to be a way that you can fight back against that. It's just so definite. And there's really nothing physically you can do. So I'm glad they introduced that. Maybe not dreams or something like that. Maybe resolve or something a little less corny, but I liked it overall.
Bro, your dreams are going to make your dreams not turn into a zombie. Yeah, checks out.
I think it would. Go ahead, Tyler.
No, I was gonna say, but if the thing that I didn't understand about this, then why did the teacher turn into the zombie, right? Because she was very hold fast on her dream of marrying someone. Maybe it affects I was gonna say maybe it affects adults different, but we see that it doesn't. It's the same. It does the same thing for Fuko and them. So
yeah, I will say though, while the teacher was zombified, she kept her brain, I guess. She was still kind of there.
Yeah, she kept her personality at least, so she had some resolve in there.
Instead of being a feisty teacher, she just groaned. That teacher was bad, dude. She was something else. What's up?
Hey, she's smart too, able to get them kids to safety.
Definitely. So after that, we get back to the fight with Andy and the zombies versus Spoil. And one of the zombies actually bumps into Fuko, and they realize that they can like take advantage of her unluck ability. So Andy goes and tells all these zombies to basically just run to Fuko, get jacked up on that unlock, and then just go rain hell. Who knew what was going to happen? You know, I mean, that's what zombies do. And the first zombie to actually grab onto Fuko was the zombified teacher. And I never thought like I could feel like so emotionally attached to a rotting bag of skin flesh, but here we are.
That you just met.
Yeah, that teacher's a badass. She deserves all the praise, dude.
For sure. It was really cool. Like as she's like running to her death, she's imagining herself running through like a field of sunflowers. It was very emotionally charged. And like we've gotten to this a few times out of this show with like Gina a few episodes ago. And now with this, like you're never expecting it when it happens. Which is cool. Cause like, I mean, Dan, I think you picked this because it was just like a very fun, hype looking anime. But it's giving us some layers, bro.
Yeah, no, this was picked for exploding blood legs.
Yeah. Exclusively. He said it every time we talked about it.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking badass. And we got to see a lot of exploding blood in this episode, too. I mean, Andy was going crazy with those Crimson Moon techniques with the sword, man.
For sure. Do you like the direction the show has gone?
Yeah, I do. You know, like, it's still really fun, but they're adding, like you said, a deeper layer to it. And I think it contrasts the comedy and the ridiculousness really well, while still grounding it to something more meaningful than just man from 1865 groping 17-year-old and then trying to kill himself, you know?
Very
She's
true.
not 17, is she? She's 18, right?
Oh, sorry, 18. Whatever.
18, yeah. Somebody's got some sense.
My bad.
That is better, you know, just, you know, a little.
It's a lot better.
Yeah.
It's much better. But yeah, so after the teacher basically sacrifices herself, all the other zombies start running, and Fuko just starts like slapping them. She's like hitting as many as she can as they're running by her. She looks like a wacky waving inflatable arm guy. And she's just smacking all these zombies, and they're just like exploding, like literal like crates of TNT are just flying out of buildings that spoil. So now we're back to the ridiculousness that is Undead Unluck.
It flips the switch on you so fast.
Oh, 100%, dude.
It's almost jarring, but I enjoy that part of it.
I'm surprised that we didn't get like more of a variety of unluck. You know, we got all the same basically for them zombies.
You know what I was like half expecting? The unluck was them being killed by spoil. I was thinking that's what was going to happen. Oh, it would have been, but I also thought it would be very, very funny.
Yeah, so through this, they do a lot of damage to Spoil. Spoil's looking pretty down bad. But being as ridiculous as this show is, he's going to pull a little Frieza, and he's going to go to his next form. And Spoil's kind of a badass now. He's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, bro's got wings and a stretchy neck. He's like talking and shit now. Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, dude, the neck was gnarly. He looked like a slime coming out of like a body. It was weird.
You know who it reminded me of? Orochimaru, bro.
He did have that snake. He did have that serpent neck going on.
Yeah, I instantly thought of that shit.
One thing I noticed that I didn't think Spoil was like too conscious about like how he was acting. Like, yes, he was fighting, but he didn't seem like he had any smarts until he transformed. And then he started talking about the negators, you know, oh, there's 3 of you, you must be on a quest. And then he mentioned, oh, damn it, Apocalypse getting in my way. Like, were y'all surprised by that too? Like that he knew what the quests are and like the whole setup of them having to go on them?
I mean, isn't his type of UMAs or whatever, aren't they made from Apocalypse, kinda, right?
They're made from Apocalypse's boss, God, whereas what we're gonna call them. Yeah.
They're results of failing quests, and like the whole thing comes from Apocalypse and the higher beings, right?
Right.
so it would make sense for them to kind of know what's going on there, right? That's the way I looked at it.
Well, I just didn't think that God would like give them the whole fucking debrief on like what's going on in the world. I thought it was more like, okay, I'm just gonna throw this rule into the world and let it wreak havoc. I thought it was more of that kind of vibe.
You would think so, but it doesn't seem. I don't know because we haven't really seen a lot of UMAs, right? So we don't really know.
I was just very surprised.
Yeah, maybe it's kind of like, as weird as this sounds, like Death Note, where all the UMAs are basically hanging up there in heaven or hell or wherever they are, and they're just kind of shooting the shit,
vibing with God.
They're just vibing, and then the creator, all powerful beings, like, "Hey, yo, Spoil, get down there. Your turn to have some fun."
Hey, yo, you in the back.
And then this little basketball just bounces off the higher plate and just falls to earth and starts spoiling shit up. You know, like
that's a great
this
visual.
show. It's plausible. That could be what happens with this show. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this works because God debriefing them on the situation on the ground is fucking wild to me.
I'm just imagining Spoil sitting in a chair and like a 5-star military general debriefing him, and he's just got a big white beard like we think God does.
Please let that be true.
I can write an anime. Don't worry about it.
I believe you.
Well,
So-
I highly doubt that we're gonna get to see God in this first season. So
Yeah, I would doubt it. I think we've got a lot. We've already got a lot in the stakes, I guess, already. It'd be kind of crazy to introduce the all-knowing big baddie in 12 episodes, you know?
yeah,
Yeah, that'd be a lot. We'd have a very far way to go from right now.
Well, especially since we only have 5 episodes left in this season. So, like, what are you going to do? Just sprint to the final destination? Like, nobody wants that. This show's so fun.
Oh yeah, for
Exactly.
sure. Just enjoy the ride. We're on episode 7, and I still feel like we're just like getting our feet wet.
Oh,
You know,
definitely.
as far as like the first season goes.
Well, you guys want to get back to the actual episode?
For sure.
So after that, Spoil can talk now, like we said, and he says to Andy that before then nothing would change and everything remains stagnant. And him basically bringing death to the world caused humans to fight, think, and grow. And it doesn't understand why humans, their bodies last less than 100 years anyways. And I thought this was like honestly really like profound, like thinking about it that way, because I was like, oh, he turns people into zombies. But if he's really like the embodiment of decay, I mean, that's just coming full circle, like he said, you know, that like really kind of like threw me off. I did not expect it to get that deep.
Nah, me either. Like he was spitting. And like in the middle of all this chaos, he was like, yeah, you guys need me. I'm so necessary. So I still wonder if they're gonna like actually kill him or capture him. But I want to know what the world would be like without Spoil now. It just seems it would be so weird without, decay or spoiling or whatever you want to call it.
I would spend so much less money on groceries. Imagine if that bag of like spinach you buy every week thinking you're going to be a good person and eat didn't go bad.
It was just there. That'd be very nice. It'd be very nice. What'd you think about it, Tyler? You've been quiet over there.
I'm not sure what to think about it because I feel like there's like a different like there's him, obviously the embodiment of Spoil or whatever. But I feel like if he was to be killed, that there would still be Spoil, just not because there was Spoil before he came down, right? It just wasn't on that level. So you know what I mean?
The coming down thing, that is my headcanon. I think Spoil's always been there, but like he kind of like gained power and got to the point where Apocalypse like realized he was a threat. Like, I mean, all of these things that we're going to see, I feel like already exist in the world. I mean, they said one of the UMAs that'll appear if they don't complete these challenges is Galaxy, I think it was.
Yes, sir.
And like they already live in a galaxy. But if the galaxy becomes sentient and starts hucking meteorites and shit, like, we're going to have a bad time.
But I feel like if they killed him or get rid of the embodiment of them, then they will still continue to exist, just be like they was before, until the cycle begins again, because it's a never ending cycle, right? So
I'd be curious though, because there is a catch, don't kill order. So, like, what if they do kill him? Is that going to throw like the world into chaos? Because nobody is going to decay and die. Like, they're just going to stay young forever. So there's like a lot of things we don't know.
That's why I want to see what the results are. Like, if they actually end up killing this thing, it could be more harm than good in the long run.
it's interesting. So
It's way more profound than I ever thought this shit was going to get. That's for sure. Holy shit, that's for sure. But so after all of that, Fuko during this says that humans fight because they have dreams, and she wants to be a normal girl so she can just live a normal, better life. And then her timer goes up. So we see again that chasing your dream makes you not spoil into a zombie. And then Shen follows this up with some badass. He's like, before this, he's like, hey, be right back. And he just bolts out of there. And he comes back with this giant staff thing. And he says his goal is to be like the greatest creation of all time. And we just see his timer go through the roof. So Shen, I'm curious to see where they go with him, because he might be a fucking problem.
Yeah, dude obviously takes care of himself, can fight really well, and again, like his goal is nuts. Like to be the best living being. That's very, very lofty. And like, in what way does he mean that? Like just overall, or in one specific category, or a few specific categories? Want to see where Shin goes to.
Little Eisen thing going on there, like. I want to be the perfect being. It's like, oh shit, we've seen this in anime multiple times.
This never ends well.
They're always a bad guy.
And that also means that like he's kind of their Andy and Fuko's biggest rivals, right? Because they want to be number one on the council. So it's interesting.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited to see where this show goes. It's been a whirlwind, and now we're starting to get a little deeper with it, and I've been a huge fan.
Me too, man. Me too.